What is up, guys? Rick Cacus here, and today we have a bunch of brand spankin' new Destiny 2 news. Now that's because the Bungie weekly update has just been released, detailing a bunch of new official information. And this week was a big one. The Iron Banner was officially unveiled, and the Prestige Raid was also officially unveiled. We have a ton of information about both of them, so let's get started. Firstly, with the Iron Banner. It's coming back, and the exact dates for its returns are as follows. Iron Banner for Destiny 2 will begin on October 10th at 2 a.m. Pacific. So that's this upcoming Tuesday at reset. It's officially going to end the following Tuesday at reset, October 17th at 2 a.m. Pacific. Now, what are you fighting for? Well, Bungie officially unveiled the entire armor sets for each of the 3 different classes, and here they are for the Titan, the Hunter, and the Warlock. And they look amazing. The Titan, Titan Master Race all day long, so that's my bias there, but the Titan looks absolutely fantastic. I've got to admit, I love the Warlock helmet as well. Definitely going to be going after a full gear set for each of my characters. Now, you may be asking, well, what's different this time around? What are the changes to the Destiny 2 Iron Banner? Well, Bungie went into specifics. Firstly, the game is going to be Control. The first ever Iron Banner is going to be Control. Additionally, Bungie listed a bunch of factors underneath the What's Different section. Firstly, combat will be between 2 teams of 4 players. So there you have it, Iron Banner confirmed to be 4v4. After that, they said, your fighting abilities, not your power levels, will decide the outcome. So, light levels, aka power levels, have been disabled for Iron Banner. It's going to be just like the normal Crucible. Now, I'm sure that's going to divide the community a little bit. Iron Banner was traditionally kind of a show of strength and would help to promote the hardcore players. If you put the effort into the game and grinded and grinded and grinded and got to the max light level, you do a little bit more damage when compared to someone who didn't. This change will certainly help the more casual, friendly audience who maybe don't have time to play, have jobs, have school, and it will kind of make a little bit more sense for the first ever Iron Banner. Perhaps this will change in future Iron Banners down the road. Bungie also said that bounties and ranks have been replaced with an Iron Banner engram. So, just like every other faction in Destiny 2, the Gunsmith, Planetary factions, Vanguard, Crucible, there's going to be an Iron Banner representative, an Iron Banner vendor if you will, and then leveling up and earning tokens within the Iron Banner is going to result in engrams he awards you with, of course, Iron Banner gear. That makes a ton of sense because that's how everything else in Destiny 2 is done. Next up, Bungie says, how can I compete? And answers it with these bullet points. First one is, complete the Destiny 2 campaign. The only way to reach the tower. So you're going to have beaten the campaign, unlock the tower in order to access the Iron Banner. Next up they say, visit Lord Saladin, he survived, in the tower to begin the Iron Banner quest. That makes sense. He's likely going to be the vendor who rewards engrams for leveling up your Iron Banner rank. And then they say, fight in the Iron Banner playlist with quick play modes and matchmaking. So essentially, Iron Banner is going to be very similar to matchmaking in quick play right now, except it's Iron Banner. Presumably some of the awards will be Iron Banner awards for the end of a match, and then of course you're going to be earning Iron Banner tokens to level up your faction rep. Moving on from there, Bungie then says what's in it for you, and answers with, firstly, earn Iron Banner tokens in every match, earn more if you win. That's kind of good, so that's the reward and the incentive for winning a match of Iron Banner. That kind of still keeps the competitive nature of the game type. Next up, they say daily and season milestones that track your progress to glory. That's right, season. Destiny 2 seasons are going to be a big thing. They actually go into more detail later on in the weekly update, so we will get to that. And they also say, claim brand new armor wrought in the forges of the Iron Lords. And of course, we already took a look at that armor. Now, they didn't say anything about weapons, but presumably it will be a small section of rotating Iron Banner weapons, somewhat like Destiny 1. Perhaps you can get the auto rifle and the hand cannon this time around, just, random guess there. But if there isn't weapons, I'm sure there will be an outright revolt of the Destiny community. I'm sure there will be. Especially since last weekly update, when talking about balancing changes, Bungie said it wasn't prepared to make these huge buffs and nerfs when not all of the arsenal of Destiny 2 had been revealed, basically inferring that Iron Banner would add more weapons into the game. So I'd be very surprised if, even though they don't specifically mention it, that weapons wouldn't be a part of Iron Banner. Moving on from there, that is all of the information that Bungie provided about the Iron Banner. A lot of changes, so it's going to be interesting this time around. And again, that's this upcoming Tuesday. Now, moving on from there, we have brand new information about the Prestige Raid. This is essentially the hard or heroic mode of the Leviathan Raid in Destiny 2. So, here's a screenshot of it. It's going to be 300 light, that's your recommended light level. Additionally, it's going to be coming to Destiny 2 at Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific on October 10th. So the same day the Iron Banner is arriving at night for reset, in the morning 10 a.m. Pacific, the Prestige Raid is going to arrive as well. Now you may be wondering, well, what's different this time around? Bungie says, quote, "We do not expect everyone to be successful in completing this activity. Mechanical changes to the encounters are minimal, but they are there. The Prestige Raid is about mastering a more punishing sandbox. Our goal is not to provide a boon to your character progression, but there are unique rewards to help you shine. Consider this your invitation to prove to the world that you are among the very best of the raiders who overlook the city. World first will be counted. We can tell you no more. Good luck." So, not too much information other than the exact date it's coming out, which of course is very useful. They're going to have another race for Worlds First, but of course this time for the Prestige version, and they didn't talk too much about rewards. They said there are going to be rewards. We've actually, in a different video, gone over the sets of Prestige Raid gear. So each different class is going to get a full set of Prestige gear. It looks basically like the normal Raid gear, except it's a different color scheme. It's gold and it has like highlighted, accented, holographic like purple parts instead of just normal gray symbols on it, so that is kind of cool. But they didn't say anything about weapons. There are a lot of missing weapons in the sense that, there's no Raid fusion rifle, there's no Raid sidearm. Perhaps those will be added into the game with the Prestige Raid. I think that would be really cool. I really hope that's the case, but we have no confirmation that that will happen. And it sounds like the Prestige Raids of Destiny 2 will follow the same design principles as the heroic raids in Destiny 1, where the base mechanics won't change. Small variations may be added, like in Destiny 1, after teleporting through the portal on Atheon, you'd have a shield you have to shoot through, and otherwise you would just have no shield. Not too much of a change to the base mechanics, but just something to make it a little bit harder. Maybe there's going to be respawn changes as well. They had a whole new respawn mechanic with you have 30 seconds to revive a teammate. Maybe that will just be shortened to 15 or 10 seconds to up the ante. Aside from that, we really don't know anything. Now moving on from there, Bungie talks about seasons. We mentioned it earlier when we talked about Iron Banner. It's mentioned in-game when you look at your clan information and then leveling up your clan. It says that it's for the first season. Well, what the heck are seasons in Destiny 2? Bungie has kept those pretty under wraps. Well, that's actually going to change soon. Bungie says that they're going to be talking about seasons in Destiny 2 at TwitchCon 2017, which is Friday, October 20th at 4:30 p.m. Pacific. That's going to be the Seasons of Destiny discussion at the TwitchCon panel. The questions they're going to answer is these. Firstly, what do seasons mean in Destiny 2? Secondly, what will change from season to season? How many seasons can we expect? And when does Season 2 begin? And of course, this whole panel will be streamed. I mean, it's TwitchCon, it'll be streamed on Twitch. And that, of course, is very, very interesting. Seasons in Destiny 2 could mean a lot of different things. Season 2 could start with the arrival of the first expansion, kind of introducing a bunch of new things and new weapons and armor, and even potentially abilities, like the way the subclasses are spread out and the way they're designed, where you select a different attunement. It wouldn't be too difficult to add a third attunement to each subclass. It would be much easier to balance because you don't have to worry about mixing and matching of these abilities and creating an overpowered class, because of course you can only pick one attunement. So that could bring about the next season. We could also see seasons in Destiny 2 be somewhat similar to, quote-unquote seasons in other games. I'm kind of thinking Diablo, where the seasons change in accordance with big balancing patches. So a big sandbox update comes up, rebalances a ton of the weapons and the class abilities, and then that's the start of Season 2. So you see how well you do in Season 2, and then Season 3 will have another big patch changing up the landscape of the game. That's another big possibility. And so guys, there you have it, all of the new official Destiny 2 information. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it informative. Now if you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. Those who do are the real MVPs. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content and be kept up to date with all of the Destiny 2 news, make sure to subscribe and especially hit that bell beside subscribe if you actually want to be notified of new uploads. Now if you guys want to support myself and the channel, check out the official merchandise linked in the description down below. Now if you guys want to keep up to date with all of the channel activity and dank memes, check out my Twitter at RickCacus, also linked in the description down below, and also down there is my Twitch channel, which you can also follow. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.